Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Delta Fleet Flight School. Today we're here with our buddy Sage. Say hi, Sage.
Hello.
And today we're going to be looking at ways to dogfight in the Razorbill. Now, today I am encroaching upon Sage's territory and a Razorbill with two autocannons, and he is coming at me with a fully armed combat air patrol Manta. And Sage, what does that mean? What's on your Manta?
Gun, bomb, a missile, and TV missile,
Right.
and flares, and gimbaled.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our flares. We're going to turn them to manual mode because we know he has missiles on, and the only way this race bill is going to survive an AA missile is with a well-timed flare launch. So we're watching his aircraft. He's getting closer to us, or we're watching the distance countdown, and we're looking for a bright light to indicate the release of a missile. And he's getting
Now,
closer.
I'm gonna run away just so I get better run up. Why don't you
Yep.
tell me what happens when you leave the Razorbill to fire its own flares in a
Right.
situation
So
like this?
we should actually show that later in the video, but if I were to set the flares to auto, they will not
Missile out.
release in time. So there's the missile, I'm releasing the flares, and there goes the missile. Missile defeated. And here he comes. We're going to lock the target and aim for this circle here. And it doesn't take much to kill a Manta with autocannons, but we also have to be mindful of our altitude because the more we angle the Razorbill up, the more it might descend. Looking for a possible other strike, but it looks like no more missiles are coming out from him. And the Razorbill is an incredibly difficult target to hit because of how small its hitbox is.
Really little tiny thing.
It is very tiny. So he's coming back around again for another pass. And we're just going to roll and duck and weave as much as we can. And then we're going to turn around. And there he goes. He's turning. Turning will reduce his speed, make him an easier target. And whenever he does turn, he shows the flat side of the Manta towards us, which provides the perfect opportunity to lay some bullets against the airframe. And it only takes a few shots to actually destroy that Manta. And the longer we do this, the more ammo he's wasting. So eventually he will run out of ammo. And all we're doing is just waiting for opportune times to hit those shots. And there we go, we got some hits on. He's already at what looks to be 60% health, and we still haven't taken any damage yet. Now here he comes for another pass. We don't want to stay still for too long, because this Razorbill will die in only just a few hits. There he goes, coming around for another pass. Okay, so he hit us one time. We're down to 75% health. But we also hit him a few times, and he's down to about 45% health. Oh, welcome, Termi. We
Hey,
are currently filming the dogfight between the Razorbill and the Manta. And it
I
looks
can help
like...
if you want.
Sure. So now we've reached our max altitude, so what we're going to do is we're going to flip upside down and quickly descend. We do not want to hit the max altitude, because if we do go at 2,000 meters, it is entirely possible. Oh, and there he goes.
Oh shit.
He flew right in front of my face. Less than 100 meters. And that was a perfect opportune time to engage. So now our Razorbill is damaged. We're going to land it back at our carrier and do this again. So,
Can we engage?
yes, you guys are clear to engage. This time we are going up against both Sage and Termi. Say hi, Termi.
Hello.
And Termi, do you want to tell us what is on your aircraft?
Mine aircraft is Albatross, armed with 4 AA missiles. Then I have AWACS and 2 fuel tanks.
Okay, and Sage, what's on your aircraft?
Same as the last time. A gun, a missile, TV missile, bomb, and flares.
Okay, got the diamond.
Okay, so we have 2 aircraft attacking us, and we are on our flare launchers ready to launch flares at any time. We see the Manta is turning on us now, and there's a missile out on us, so we're going to drop flares. That missile is coming from the Albatross. So our first priority is to make sure no missiles hit us. There's another missile. We're dropping the second set of flares. And that albatross is now getting very close to us. We're also at a low altitude, so we're going to try to stop turning as much as we can. And let's get that targeting diamond by locking our target with T. You see we got shots coming in from behind us, but we're just going to roll slightly to avoid those. And he is flying a little closer to our carrier. There's the Sea-Wiz engaging.
After C was on?
Yep.
Fox 2.
Oh, and just like that, that AA missile is defeated, probably because it was launched within minimum engagement range. Oh, and there's the Albatross destroyed. So now we're
I'm
focused
down.
back on the Manta. So we have to find the Manta. We're looking at our tab map, and we see it right here below us. So here is the missile and Sonic Pulse. And missile destroyed.
Well, no, you didn't actually get it, but I
Oh.
just missed.
Okay, so we'll try to do that next time.
It was pretty cool to watch. I think that's the first time I've actually seen the Sonic Pulse in visibility. Oh,
We
shit.
got some hits on that Manta. But not quite. It's still up. We're following it. We've got it locked by pressing the T key, and we're trying to look for a good targeting solution. That means it's moving slowly. And that's a missile defeated. But we are out of flares.
We are out of missiles as well.
Oh, he's flying right in front of my face. Okay. He's diving low to the water. Let's see what he does next. He's coming back up for another pass. So we got some hits on. We're keeping an eye on our altitude. Right now we're at 800. We're going to keep that throttle up. We always want to be climbing. And let's move a little bit closer to him. He's extending really far out to come back in for another pass. We're going to roll over his barrel, turn around very quickly. The Razorbill is very agile. Now we're flying towards him again. He's turning in. Now let's see if we can get him on the head-on pass. And there, we got some hits on, but he did hit us once. We're at 75% health. Now let's fly towards him again. We're closing the distance so that he has less time to turn back in on us. We do not really want to be shooting him from this aspect because he is flat, but now he's turning, showing us the top of his aircraft towards us. The large, flat surface of the aircraft is really what we want to be shooting at. Ah, so he's hit us again.
We are at 40% health.
And our Razorbill is now at 50% health. So this is going to be a very close fight. So let's dive. That was a very close pass. And he's extending out again. And this method is making it very difficult for me to hit him, because I can only hit him when he's very, very close. So he's trying to limit the amount of time that I have in order to engage him. Okay, so now we're at damage critical. He hit me one more time, and it's only going to take one more shot for him to destroy me. So I have to be very careful this time and dodge a little bit better. I'm rolling. Oh, and we're destroyed. But what is the health of the Manta?
40%.
40%
25.
health. Alright, so with that, we did get destroyed, but we were able to show just how long the Razorbill was able to outlast Albatross and Manta attacking it with missiles and guns. So definitely a formidable opponent. So I think next, let's take a look at how the Razorbill stands up to another Razorbill in a Razorbill versus Razorbill gunfight. Alright guys, we are back in the Razorbill. This time, we are going up against Sage and Termy and their Razorbills. So, can you guys tell us what you have on your Razorbills?
2 guns, flares, and then the chin gun that the Razorbill has.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So, we are going to first approach the enemy at full power and at a relatively even altitude. And when we're ready to engage, we're going to pull the nose up and take a look. Looks like they are 1.5 kilometers in closing. So we're going to press T to lock the enemy. This gives us a tracking bug for our aim. And now we're going to get really close and just shoot. And this is very dangerous because the Razorbill dies in just 4 bullets to the 20mm autocannon. And he currently has a very massive height advantage over us right now, so we have to try to keep our Razorbill even. And he's hit us once with the 20mm bullets. He's behind us on the map, so we're going to rotate around. He's hit us again. Alright, now we're back to an even altitude. And he's killed us. Alright. So round 1
was a
goes to
quick fight.
Termy and Sage. And we'll make sure to see that fight from your guys' perspective. We'll launch our next Razorbill. And we're back. This time Sage and Termy in the enemy ID 32 Razorbill. And what weapons do you guys have on this time?
Then
We've
black.
got
Guns, chin gun, and flares.
Copy that. So what we're going to do this time, to start out, we're going to learn from our mistake last time and get a massive height advantage. I'm currently climbing up to about 1,800 meters above our opponent. And moving forward, we're going to lock the enemy with the T key. And so we don't overfly them, let's throttle down. And there we go.
Oh wow, that was very quick.
That was,
was really
very
quick.
quick. So that just demonstrates how important the height advantage is in a
Oh, yeah.
Razorbill versus Razorbill fight. Now let's do one more attack, and this time against Petrol. Okay, this time we are fighting against Sage and Termy, but why don't you guys tell us what you are flying and what is on it?
We are flying a Petrol. We've got 2 chain guns, 2 IAs, and the Sage is spectating from the gimbal camera.
Alright, and just to remind the audience out there, an AA missile has a max range of 5 kilometers and a minimum range of 1.5 kilometers. So as long as we're within 1.5 kilometers, it is very difficult for them to hit us. There's one AA missile that just got fired at us, and we flared that away. And now we're looking for a possible second shot, but if we get within 1.5, it's very unlikely that that missile will hit us. So we're letting them get closer while also maintaining a height advantage. There's the second missile shot. Flares away. And now we can set our flares to auto, because we are within 1.5. Now we're at max altitude, so let's flip upside down to avoid the stall warning. And let's get closer so we can engage with guns. Let's level off now. We're at 1.5 meters altitude, kilometers. So now they're starting to engage us. We hit them a few times, and one thing to remember about the Petrol is that it's very, very tanky. It can take a lot of hits, so we will have to hit them a lot more than they hit us. But one weakness of the Petrol is that it's very slow and not very maneuverable. So if we can manage to get really close to it and get behind it, it'll be very difficult for them to rotate their aircraft to face us with their cannons. So let's try to do that now. We're getting closer. We're at 400 meters. We're dodging, we're ducking. We're keeping them at the top of our screen. We're getting closer, but it's also allowing them the opportunity to hit us easier. So we're very careful about our positioning. Now we're above them. Oh, they're hitting us. That's not good. And let's engage. Yeah, they got us.
Damn. You were
Alright.
in really vulnerable position to
Oh,
attack.
yes. We failed
But
to
yeah,
get behind them in time.
I was having trouble to get you in the scope. Alright, they're aiming reticle.
Right, and if I had only continued to come around behind you guys, I think I could have come out of that engagement victorious.
It's
But,
getting behind us.
Do you guys want to try again with a fresh petrol?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, let's do it. Okay guys, we are back, and this time, who's the pilot?
It's Sage, me.
Alright, Sage, what is on your aircraft?
2 A's, 2 guns, and a gimbal.
Alright, so that
And
means...
I'm taking this.
Oh, go ahead.
That means that I'm a spectator.
Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap to our IR countermeasures and wait for that missile launch. And remember those AA missiles, oh, there's the launch. They can be launched from 5 kilometers out. There's one missile gone. There's a second missile. Let's flare that. And the missile defeated. Now we're going to close the distance. Just like before, we're going to try to maneuver behind the petrol. And remember, the Razorbill has a very small hitbox, so it is very unlikely that they'll hit us, but it only takes 4 shots of them to actually hit us. So we're going to be very fast, very careful. Okay, so now we're behind them. We're going to climb. We're going to continue to dodge out of the way.
There are some hits.
Oh, they got us.
And destroyed.
Yep, they had the height advantage, and they used that advantage, and they got us in the end. So, I believe it would be generally good advice if you are a Razorbill pilot and you're fighting a petrol with guns, maybe retreat, because the petrol takes a lot of damage. It's very easy for a petrol to kill a Razorbill, but it is not very easy for a Razorbill to kill a petrol. And with that, I think we're good to wrap up the video.
I'd like to add one more thing before you stop. If you ever try to shoot at taking off petrol, like an AI one, it does take quite a while as well.
Yep.
So, in the fight between Razorbill versus Petrol, expect the Petrol to win. Anyway guys, thank you for watching another Delta Fleet Flight School video, and I'll see you in the next one.
See ya.
Yeah.